Hey everyone, welcome back for an exciting movie recap. Today, I'm telling you a funny yet wild story about a selfish teacher who schemes her way through chaos at a middle school, only to learn some big lessons along the way. It's full of crazy plans, sneaky tricks, and a surprising change of heart, so let's dive into this hilarious adventure. The story starts with Elizabeth Halsey, a rude and selfish teacher at John Adams Middle School in Chicago. She doesn't care about her job at all. She drinks alcohol, smokes marijuana, and plays movies in class instead of teaching. Elizabeth wants to quit teaching to marry her rich fiancé, but her dreams crash when he breaks up with her after his mom warns him that Elizabeth is only after his money. With no other choice, Elizabeth goes back to work at the school. She quickly sets her eyes on Scott Delacourt, a rich and innocent substitute teacher, while ignoring Russell Geddes, a gym teacher who likes her. But Scott starts dating Amy Squirrel, a super cheerful teacher who also can't stand Elizabeth. After learning that Scott's ex-girlfriend had large breasts, Elizabeth decides she needs breast surgery to win him over. The problem is, she doesn't have the money for it. So, she starts raising cash in sneaky ways, like hosting a suggestive car wash at school, tricking parents into paying for fake school supplies, and charging students for tutoring she's not qualified to give. Amy gets suspicious of Elizabeth's behavior and tells the principal, but she doesn't have any proof. Elizabeth hears about a $5,700 bonus for the teacher whose class gets the highest scores on a big state test. Wanting that money for her surgery, she finally focuses on getting her students ready for the exam. But when her students do badly on practice tests, Elizabeth decides to cheat. She drugs a state test official named Carl Hallaby, steals the answer key, and uses it to help her students ace the test. Her class gets the highest scores, and she wins the bonus, thinking she's in the clear. Meanwhile, things get messy between Elizabeth and Amy. To ruin Amy's chances with Scott, Elizabeth puts poison ivy on an apple and tricks Amy into eating it, causing a bad allergic reaction that sends Amy to the hospital. Elizabeth then joins Scott on a school field trip, trying to charm him, but she realizes he's too shallow for her and loses interest. Instead, she starts talking more with Russell and finds out they actually get along well. During the trip, one of her students, Garrett, gets teased for being rejected by a girl he likes. Elizabeth steps in, gives him advice, and helps him feel more confident, showing a kinder side of her. What Elizabeth doesn't know is that Amy has been digging for proof of her cheating. Amy swaps her own desk with Elizabeth's, then tells the janitor she lost her keys to get him to unlock Elizabeth's desk drawer. Inside, Amy finds evidence that Elizabeth cheated on the state test. Amy convinces Carl, the test official, to speak out against Elizabeth. But Elizabeth fights back by blackmailing Carl with embarrassing photos she has of him, forcing him to stay quiet. To cause more trouble, Elizabeth hints to Amy that some teachers at the school use drugs. Amy agrees, thinking it's true. When the police come to investigate, they find drugs in Elizabeth's desk, drugs that Amy had planted there after the desk swap. The police think the drugs belong to Amy, so they arrest her, and Amy gets kicked out of the school. Elizabeth escapes any blame, coming out on top. By the time the new school year starts, Elizabeth has changed a lot. She stops chasing money and shallow goals, skips the breast surgery, and starts treating her coworkers better. She also begins dating Russell, finally seeing his kindness. Elizabeth takes a new job as the school's guidance counselor, ready to help students in a better way. And that's the story, a funny tale of a bad teacher who turns her life around after causing chaos at school. John Adams Middle School felt so wild with Elizabeth's crazy schemes, and Amy's downfall was a big twist. It showed how Elizabeth learned to care about others and find happiness in the right places. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked this recap. Let's always try to grow and be better, even after mistakes. Stay safe.